Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, I certainly do appreciate it. Guys, today's beer is Atomic Res from Sixpoint Brewery. This is, they're calling it a triple New England style IPA. So we shall see about that. I used to get beers from these guys, but I haven't got anything in quite a while. I must have pissed somebody off up there. Says here, this one actually comes from my buddy Dennis, picked this up and brought it to me. Commercial description, let me jump over to Beer Advocate and see if there's anything. These guys are out of New York. I used to know one of the reps, and when he come to town we would get together and stuff, but I haven't heard from him, so I don't know if he's still with them or has moved on. A lot of times stuff like that happens and people move along, and so let's see if we can make this damn computer do what it's supposed to do. 11.8%, no IBUs, and as far as that, it does say a New England style triple IPA on the can, so we're going to hold them to that. Going inside the hop cone to extract its precious content, this is the essence of resin. I have reviewed that beer, guys. Hop hash taste, this concept to its realized extreme as pure lupulin collected during pelletization is preserved and frozen with liquid nitrogen and shattered into the beer during dry hopping. The result is a chain reaction of hop intensity going off in every sip. Experience pure juice at the atomic level. So, and this is a big 16 ouncer too. And it looks like it is a printed can. Yeah, so they're wasting a lot of money as far as printing up a bunch of cans, guys, where they could just do a plain Jane can with a silver wrapper. I mean, a silver can with a wraparound label on it. So their choice. They're just going to pass that cost on to you and me. So that's it. Don't have the IBUs. 11.8%. On the bottom here it says it was canned on January 27th of 2020. So February 27th, not quite 2 months old. About 7 weeks. So let's get it into that spewed droplets of beer all over the keyboard. Imagine that. A lot of people say they can't believe I have a computer this close to beer, and yeah, that's probably a good idea, but it is what it is. Let's get it into the glass. Enough chitty chat. Well, right out of the can it doesn't look like, unless a whole lot of settling has gone on. Like I said, I used to get beers from this brewery, but I haven't got anything in a long time, so evidently I chapped somebody's ass up there. Alright, that's all we can get in there now. Seems to be very, very carbonated, guys. 2 fingers of head on that pour. It is very cloudy, very hazy. I wouldn't say it's to the orange juice color, but it may change once we get that back end pour in there. Kind of a white soapy bubbles around the outside, a little creamier on top. But decent looking beer, definitely an unfiltered beer. I don't know if I'd go to the extreme of calling it a New England style yet. We shall see. So, good looking beer. To the nose we go. Yeah, getting a little bit of citrusy grapefruit. I'm getting a little banana in there too. Very pleasant aroma. And usually when they use the lupulin powder, it really intensifies the hop aroma and taste a lot of times. Depending on how much they use, I guess. Smells decent. Let's dive in. See what we got. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, Dennis. Almost like it got a candy taste to it too. Can't quite put my finger on what it is. Citrusy. A little bit of maybe a hint of some grapefruit. A little banana. Kind of a unique taste. A little different. Alcohol is fairly well hidden for almost 12%. Well, let's see if it changes the appearance by putting this back in pour in there. See if it gets any more orange juice color looking, or if it is what it is. And it pretty much looks like it is what it is. So, okay, as far as looking like a New England style here, guys. Pretty close. It is pretty close. I will say that. Not quite as much light coming through the bottom as some I've seen, but it's definitely not orange juice from top to bottom or anything. It's more of an opaque amber color than the bright orange juice color. So I guess it's their attempt at that style of beer. Not quite there yet in my opinion, but that's just it. It's just my opinion. So, but the alcohol seems to be well hidden. It's got a very different, unique taste than what you normally would get from a typical New England style beer with the tropical fruit notes, mango and oranges and all that kind of crap. This one has a slightly different, unique taste, and maybe I can put my finger on by the time we come back with a final chug. So we're going to sip on it, spread out the fridge, let it come up to room temperature, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm sipping on it over an hour now. Tasty beer, guys. It is. It's a little different than what your typical New England style beer would be. A little different taste. It's a decent beer, guys. It is. And for the alcohol content being almost 12%, I would probably buy this beer here. It does have the alcohol content that I'm looking for in a go-to beer. But it is a little different than what your typical New England style. I don't think it's quite to that. The aroma and the appearance doesn't come up to what the typical big orange juice looking beer in a glass looks like to me. So, good start. I think they need to tweak this a little bit. It doesn't look like a Treehouse or a Trillium and a lot of other breweries, beers, Pariah and a lot of other beer companies that are doing that style of beer. So definitely looks like an unfiltered beer, but not quite to the New England style. So and they have that printed all over the front of the can. They need to work on that, in my opinion. That's probably why I pissed some people off up there and chapped some asses up there. I didn't give them the grade that they were after on some of the beers that I've reviewed. So it is what it is. I'm just giving you my opinion, though, guys. You may think it's the best thing you've ever freaking tasted. So don't base your opinion on what you're going to buy on what I say. Pick one of them up and give it a try. If you like it, buy more. If you don't, you're only out one can. So with that being said, let's do the final chug on this one. Alcohol is fairly well hidden to me. Now, if you've never had a 11.8%er, it may seem boozy to you. 10 years ago, this may have been too boozy for me. It may have blown my palate out of my mouth. But right now, it's very tasty, but not outstanding. Final chug. It is a little different in the taste, guys. You're not getting that big tropical fruit notes and a lot of the other notes that you're going to get typically on a New England style beer. But it is tasty, like I said. I would probably buy this beer again. So, with that being said, I'm going to give it an A- 90 from me. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 89. We're pretty damn close. 1 point away, 1 point difference there. Over to Untappd, they have it at 3.79. That's in their B+ range. And just barely in, to their B+ range. So, with the ABV written on the can, and it is, and the date on the bottom of it, that's enough for me. But I wouldn't quite agree with them printing New England style on that. It's not quite to that caliber of beer to me, but that's just my opinion, though, guys. So, pick one of them up if you can get it in your area. Pick one of them up and try it. And like I said, I would probably buy this beer. just because of what I'm tasting. I don't agree that it's a New England style, but it's 11.8, almost 12%. Got the date on it and the ABV on it. That's the two biggest things that I'm looking for when I buy a beer. A fresh beer and at least a 7% beer. So that's where we're going to wrap it up, guys. So if you've had this one from Sixpoint Brewery, their Atomic Res, pretty tasty beer, guys. I enjoyed it. So Dennis, thanks again for picking it up, bringing it over. Till we meet again, guys, let's go see what's in the fridge and what's in the humidor. Those reviews are coming, guys.